Hello everyone. I recall while growing up in the city of Georgetown in the 1960s, my mother telling me one morning that the island of Leguan was my real birthplace and she will be taking me there to visit some of our relatives. Arriving in Leguan after traveling on a ship called the Manali, I found the place to be much quieter than in the city of Georgetown. As I walked with my mother on a long dirt road, I was amazed to see lots of iguanas in trees and birds flying from one tree to the next. In the yards of many wooden homes, I could see lots of chickens, ducks, cows, and people tending to their vegetable garden. Finally, when we arrived at my grandmother's home, I was in awe to see how smooth and clean the area under the house looked. When I asked why the ground we stood on was so smooth, my grandmother replied, they dabbed the bottom house with a mixture of cow manure and mud. Shortly after that, my grandmother gave me a big hug and then untied a small knot on one end of her dress and gave me a penny. I was very thankful for her gift. As I curiously looked around, I saw my Uncle Sam relaxing in a hammock with his eyes closed. However, he suddenly woke up looking somewhat surprised to see me. As a show of respect, I said to him, "Morning, Uncle Sam, like you're taking breeze." But upon seeing me so neatly dressed and my hair shining with Vaseline, Uncle Sam smiled and said, "You look like one Sagabay. Me could tell you come from town." I could not tell if he was making fun of me, so I remained silent. Minutes later, my mother's sister, Aunt Elsie, brought some of her children and introduced them to me. On this occasion, I noticed that Aunt Elsie was not overweight, as I had seen her over the years. I came to realize that she was not a fat person, but because she was pregnant almost every year, I assumed she was fat. One thing that stood out in my mind in Leguan was that many children my age were more mature than me. I remember seeing young boys my age taking containers of milk to sell to people in surrounding areas. Some of them not only assisted in taking care of their younger brothers and sisters, but they also helped their parents to grow rice, milk cows, chop wood, pick coconuts, and even catch fish with their bare hands. I must say that the people in Leguan were generous. I recall my mother taking me to different homes to meet some of her friends and our relatives. And whenever it was time to leave, they always asked us if we want to take back some mangoes, bananas, rice, and a couple of chickens to the city of Georgetown. Looking back at life in the 1960s, Leguan will always be remembered as a peaceful place with beautiful green fields and lots of humble and friendly people. Well, if you would like to see more of my videos on a wide range of topics, please hit the subscribe button and click on the link in the description.